So today I'm going to be presenting about my findings on Google Analytics for the Parts Express storefront. And I did the years for January through October for 2014 and 2015. This is an overview of what I'll be talking about. So I'll be talking about bounce sessions, visitors, referrals, landing pages, social referrals, search terms, exits, and locations. Okay. The bounce rate is basically, it's like when someone goes to the page and then they don't do anything, they just leave that page, they don't go to another page on the website. So for 2014 to 2015, as you can see with the new visitors, it says that basically shows that it increased, and that's not really good because we would want that to be lower. We would actually want both of those to be lower, but that can't really happen because one has to increase and one has to decrease. Okay, and then this one is about our visitors and basically telling us what type of visitors we get and the percentages of that. So for 2015, we got a decrease of our new visitors and an increase of our returning visitors. That's good, but I don't know which one we would want more. We would probably want both of those to increase, which would be a good sign, but for those to be almost half and half, that's pretty good.
Do those numbers always have to equal 100?
My guess would be yes.
Okay, so that would be an interesting one to see how you could have both one increasing and both increasing.
Well, and this is good because in 2014 it was a public or a private site, and now 2015 it's public, right? Which means more people are finding it, just general population. So new visitors being, that's negative. That's the opposite.
Yeah. But we only went public though in September, which is only running for enough months. Okay, sorry.
Okay, and then the next slide. So I talked about referrals. So a referral is when someone clicks on a hyperlink or basically, I wouldn't say an ad, but it will go to our webpage. And analytics track that and tracks the click as a referral visit to our site. So you can see GCS parts for both 2014 and 2015. I noticed that, and I did not know what for sure that was. But our top one for 2014 was partsexpressvip.ecolab.com, and that had like 38% of the sessions. And then for 2015, it was floatingsharebuttons.com, which was 19% of the sessions. And then for our referrals, I did a table chart, well not a table chart, a bar graph at the bottom to just show the difference in the years with our referrals. So in 2015, it increased with the new visitors. And then in 2015, it decreased with the returning visitors. And then for landing pages, I didn't find any landing pages for 2014. No results came up. I don't know why. I think it was because of the new site that wasn't launched yet. And in 2015, we got landing pages. And for these, when I clicked on them, they did not come up. It was a 404 error when I did click on them to see what the page was.
I think that's an expected result right now, right? For these particular URLs?
Yes.
And then,
these are from
This is the old site.
Okay. So one thing just for the team to watch for is that if these are URLs that are still appearing often, you can check the referring traffic for those, because it means someone has a link somewhere. People like referring more, and then you can go back to those links so that if they're not putting the bookmarks in.
that's a good thing to know, okay.
And then, so I did social referrals, just to show where, like, where we are doing with social networks and how people get to our website through social networks. Most of it came from Twitter. I didn't find anything for 2014, only for 2015. So I thought that would be something important to show you guys.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. Is everybody going to know?
And then I did search terms. So when I did this, I actually went to the website to enter the numbers that came up in the Google Analytics to see what the items were. For the last one in 2014, it did not come up as an item, so I don't know what that was. But as you can see, for which one was it? It was for the knob in 2015. I think it was because of multiple results that's why I got such a high search depth, which is basically they keep going in depth with their search.
That's what we tested.
Well, I thought that our internal traffic was excluded,
Okay, but so,
Should be.
should be,
But-
okay.
but that is the term that we always look
We
for.
always look for that, yeah.
And then exit pages. I noticed that in 2015, people were exiting from the home page a lot, which is not a good sign. And that probably means that we probably need improvement on that page, I don't know. That's just an inference that I'm making. But in 2014, they were exiting from a Parts Express page. I don't know if that was the home page or not.
Yes.
Is it the homepage from the Dix website?
Yeah.
Looks like top four or the homepage.
Mhm.
Top four? Yeah.
On the bottom.
I think your observation, Glenn, is spot on. That's not a good sign. And that's the hard part of the analytics because it tells you the what, but it doesn't tell you the why. It's probably not a good thing what you're thinking.
Right, so they're,
Leaving.
makes me think that they're getting to that storefront, and that's not the storefront they expected to get to, so they jump right back out and
Look for
go to the
something
next one in the
different.
list, or,
So the why, how can you keep it is the next question. So you're spot on.
And then lastly, I looked at locations, just to get a glimpse of where our users are coming from. And of course, most of them are coming from the United States. And when I was searching this, I noticed that there was like in a category, I don't know what that was, and then there would be like Canada, and then all the other ones would be, for 2014, all the other ones would be like different countries, which just landed the 0.1%. So,
What's the 6% in 2015? What was
6%.
the green?
That was 6%. Oh, that is the other. That was
Oh,
something.
that's okay. We do have some customers that are in obscure islands.
we do.
You know, like Virgin Islands and Barbados and some strange ones that may just come up as other. So, okay.
Any questions?
Did you know Google Analytics before you started this? Were you learning it as you?
I was kind of learning it.
That's good. That's good. That's more than I know.
Did you find it intuitive? Did you find it easy to use?
Sometimes.
How'd you overcome when you didn't?
Well, Aaron's, I think it was Aaron's. No, it was a WebEx meeting that I had about Google Analytics, and they just went over different functions and features of Google Analytics and how we can see certain things.
That was helpful.
I think it was called Google Analytics Academy or something
Yeah.
like
Is
that.
that the thing that you told Christine about?
Oh,
Yeah.
Me about
It was
as well.
this thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other resources out there too, on YouTube and whatnot.
Yep. So, Erin and Cory, how do we use this information? Is that a hard thing? I mean, it gives you information on where they're going, but is there some sort of, process for us that they leave your homepage, or there's some steps to making the homepage more than what they want, the site itself, or is it hard unless you know what the customer's really looking for?
Well, I would say the information, I would take it as giving us feedback on what we need to improve on.
Yeah, it's gonna start to tell you where you might have problems, like, cause it always tells you the what, it never tells you the
What,
what,
right.
right? So if you start to see something that's a little odd, that's where you can start to target it on, especially with, using search terms and looking at what people are searching for. Like, that was a really good example where there was a lot of part numbers. Well, if our search doesn't do well against part numbers, that's something we really want to fix, that's anything. But as far as the real power of analytics is when you set up goals. And so if you say this feature of my site has a certain value, I want to track the behavior against that inventor goal, because then you can start proving that a feature is giving you a certain ROI, based on the number of conversions and things like that. But you have to do all that in Tag Manager, which is a whole other area. So your straight up analytics is just going to give you a general overview, but and you can, it depends on what you're looking for and how you slice and dice it. But the way, like, marketing, global marketing communications, we watched a presentation, they're really going to focus on that Tag Manager, and they want users to do a very specific thing, and they're going to set it up so they can track that specific thing, and then they're going to measure against it. So whether it's an ad campaign or just getting people to complete a checkout, I think, for Parts Express, or whatever you want to do. So it's a very powerful tool. It can be as big or as little as you want it to be.
And Kumar, when you were searching for, like, when somebody abandons the site, so that we set it on the homepage, does that indicate how long they were on the site as well? And so, like, if I got to the site and I looked around a few things, I'm going to have multiple different things, I may have gone back to the homepage to abandon. Does it ever indicate how long a user is on the site? Can you track that?
Yeah, you can track that, but I don't know about, like, going back. If they're on there for, like, a long time and then going back.
Back to abandon? Yeah.
Pivot isn't necessarily, or bounce isn't necessarily a bad thing if it's on a page where they probably were likely to complete their goal. So if they were either looking for something or if they completed their task, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But homepage, I think that's your starting point.
Yeah.
So either they were on the homepage and maybe they were looking for something, and then they went back and they scanned and maybe they couldn't find anything, so they just left.
Yeah.
So that's probably really good. Again, it is all speculation. It's just telling you what happened, not why.
And other websites, the way they're built, help you set up those goals. Like, if there's a funnel, you go to the checkout, you go to your product page, and then you go to the checkout, which is a specific page, and then your payment is a specific page, and then your confirmation that you checked out is a specific page,
Yeah.
right? And so that's easy to set up those goals,
So you can track
to
that
say
by
funnel
user.
through that.
Funnel through.
And if you are seeing people falling out of the second or third page, then what's wrong with those pages? We need to make it easier or fix something. People aren't getting to the end goal of buying
Or they-
something because
someone
of
just
something,
spends
right?
ways to ship it.
Let's analyze those pages, right?
They're probably looking at, oh my God, it's costing me more to ship than it is to buy the part.
But that's exactly it, though. So that is exactly why people are abandoning their cart.
Then that's a
Maybe
business
you
decision.
probably put either
Yeah.
we either decrease the shipping rates, or you put that information up front,
Yep.
and then they won't have to. Because now you're just making
Right.
them mad.
Ma-
Because they're 3 steps through, and now
They're like,
they
oh
don't.
my gosh, I don't want to pay $97 for ship a
that-
$10 part.
Yeah, and
And
that's
to finish my point, that's the ideal state, right?
Yeah.
Our checkout process is one page,
Mhm.
right? Checkout new, that's the one page. So we'd have to figure out how to program that funnel
Oh.